Mark, a vital win after a recent run of results and pushes us up the table, but first of all, vital to get 3 points tonight.
I mean, absolutely massive. I think to lose tonight, we're in all sorts of trouble, but two things. One, the result, of course, and the 3 points, but also the performance, the heart and the determination that the team showed. I think that, sort of, in a sense, repays a little bit of the disappointment of Saturday and, what the fans saw at Fir Park on Saturday, because we were all deflated after that, because that's not something that we've seen prior to that. A few difficult results that we justified by a little bit of bad luck, a little bit of ourselves to blame and a few refereeing decisions, but Saturday was different, but tonight was different again. I think the supporters who were terrific here tonight were rewarded by an absolutely committed performance and a deserved win.
You also gave them something to think about because you changed the formation completely. 5 changes to the personnel and going to 3-5-2. Was that just to match up with United and give them something else to think about?
Yeah, well, there was two things. One was to match up United. I felt the simplest way of playing against the formation and the way they're playing at the moment was to match them. Rather than trying to work something in between their lines, just get up against them and do it better than them. That's what we did. I also felt that we needed a freshness, but I also felt that although it was a 5 in a sense, but the two wing backs, Cadden and Marvin, are attackers. So we left ourselves with attacking options. We didn't play our fullbacks. We left the fullbacks out. That was a big decision, and it was a decision that started on Sunday morning about 4 o'clock in the morning when I text Steve and said, and it literally was, his time is on his text, he'll show you at sort of 4:20 in the morning, and I said 3-4-1-2, and he came back and he said, I like that. He said, what are you thinking? And I sent him back a team, and it was most of what was started tonight. So we were thinking about it then. I felt that we had to do something drastic, both in terms of the system and in personnel, to be able to give them a real story that they would believe that they could go out and win tonight, and it worked.
There was a few heroic performances, but I thought McManus was solid at the back and helped the two youngsters, Louis Lang and Ben Hall, through in an unfamiliar position for both of them in their back three.
Yeah, I thought Mick was magnificent, in sporting terms. He was everything you'd want from your centre half. But the two young lads, remember, Louis Lang's not been playing in the team. He's not played a lot of games recently. He's certainly come under scrutiny from me. Young Ben's been brilliant in the team up until he got injured. And hasn't played for a couple of weeks, so the three of them to have such a heroic performance, along with others, along with all the rest. But certainly those two coming in and not having played really was fantastic performances from both of them.
Goals are always crucial in game. They came at the right time today. One right before half time, which must have taken the wind out of the sails of the home side. Plus, they'd hit the bar, and then 5 minutes later we were 2 up. So those two goals came at crucial times and at the right times.
Yeah, well, we've not had a lot of the rub of the green, so the ball hitting the bar really was a relief, but also was, maybe something we deserved. We deserved a break. I think we worked hard enough to deserve a break. The goal before half-time, of course, put them in their back foot. I'm sure, a minute before half-time, McGhee was preparing his speech for, let's have a big push down this hill, let's, get in about them. You've seen what they're doing. Instead of that, he's got a different story to tell, and that made it difficult for them. He had to, think quickly on his feet. But then we came out and we started the way we left it off and got another goal, and for me that was the end of it. I couldn't see us losing 3 goals the way we were defending, with the determination that we were defending with.
And people have kind of talked about James McFadden coming back on the side, but again he provided another outlet, just playing. But you mentioned it was more of a 3-4-1-2. He was the one behind the front two and gave you another outlet and some magic at times as well, reminiscent of the old James McFadden.
I've been looking for a way of getting James McFadden in the team, but it has to be, James is at a stage of his career and he's the type of player that, we have to get in the team in the right way, that we can A, allow him to do his stuff, and B, we can make the best of him from the team point of view. But tonight was the night, there was going to be that player in the hole. It was someone who we wanted to get on the ball if possible from anything knocked forward that was knocked down. and he did that terrifically well. But what he also did at times, and from the side we were watching it, when the likes of Mo Gomez was having to move out the middle, or Laz was having to go into sort of forward positions to close someone down, he was quickly in there, he was out there, and he was even shouting Louis Moult back in and directing operations in there as well as doing the job. So he made a great contribution tonight, and it gave everybody a lift having him in the team.
Now, looking ahead to Saturday, you've obviously made 5 changes tonight. A lot of selection problems, positive selection problems ahead of Saturday, with lots of guys taking their claim tonight and others who'll be desperate to get back in now.
Yeah, and a different game altogether, and a rethink. I hope I'll not be texting Steve at 4 this morning. I hope I'll be sleeping, but we do have some thinking to do, and we've left our 2 fullbacks out, and they've been fine. Up until Saturday we were all fine in a sense, but Saturday we were all disappointing. So we've got another game, another way of playing, and all of them come into contention again, regardless of what happened tonight.
Thanks, Mark.